Hi everybody, I'm at my camp and I thought we'd start our first week with something really easy and just reviewing some of the stuff that we've already done. It's threatening to thunderstorm, so if you hear those sounds, that's what that is. I've also heard some boats going by. I'm right on the water, so I can also hear the water lapping. So let's start by sitting in a comfortable position on your mat. All you need today is your mat, that's it. And taking a few deep breaths in and out, slowing your breath down. Anytime we come to a pose today, I want you to think about just playing with it. So if we're here and I'm really still, doesn't mean you need to be. You could be moving around till you find a good spot, could be messing with your neck a little bit, whatever feels good to you. So the next thing we're going to do is just a little shoulder roll. So shoulders up and back. Do this with breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now reverse, back and up. And if you hear crunchy things like I do, it's okay. Good. You can either keep your eyes closed or open. We're going to do something with our neck, so chin to chest, and then rolling the head around pretty slowly just to warm it up. If you come to any places that don't feel good, they need to stretch, you could stretch them. If you can't go that far, it's okay. And now reverse in the opposite direction. I've got a freeze on my video. And then when you come back, we're going to stay right here. We're going to do a few breaths up. So inhale up with the arms, and then exhale to heart center. Inhale up with the arms, exhale to heart center. Inhale up with the arms, and make sure your feet are crossed or they're in and about. And we're going to do a little twist. So turn towards your right knee, left hand comes down on it, the other one behind, just for a little twist. Couple of breaths here. Head comes back to the front. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Good, so we're trying to get back to where we were before. And so I'm going to do something that's a little different we haven't done before. We're going to do our ankles this way. So getting onto your back and then putting one foot up and getting the ankle in one direction and then going in the opposite direction. And then point and flex and point, flex, point, and flex. Good, other leg. Putting it up. You can also put it on top if that's better for you. And rotating it in one direction. Rotating it in the other direction. Point, flex, point, flex. Good. Bringing both knees in and then putting them down. Good. Coming up, we're going to go onto all fours for a tabletop. You do that however you want to. You can come across from a seated position like I am. Do whatever you need to do to get into a tabletop position. So make sure that your feet are flat in the back. You're trying to make a nice tabletop. So this would be kind of a bad tabletop, a saggy baggy. Make sure you're up. You can really support something. Think about your belly coming in. Just going to take a few breaths here. And then we're going to try putting our weight into the left leg and stretching the right leg behind you. Keep breathing. If you feel like you can do it, you can put your arm out. And we're going to do a little vinyasa with this. So we inhale up and exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up, exhale under. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and put it down. Good. Going to the other side. Ooh, I just heard thunder. First, bring the leg out. Now, if you're good with just the leg and that's where you need to be, then you just stay there and you can even do in and out. Otherwise, and then inhale, exhale under, inhale, exhale under, inhale, exhale, inhale, hold it up, and then put it down. Great. We're going to come up on our knees and then sit in a hero's pose. So a hero's pose is back like this. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you, you can do a couple of things. I've gotten more comfortable with it this summer, but you can start by, you could put a block under yourself, or you could put that cushion we talked about if you have that, something like that if you want to, or you can just do it sort of halfway. Another way is to tuck your toes under and just try going back on your toes. Now, for some people, that's going to be worse. Depends on where you're at. But sitting here for just a couple of breaths, and then going back into your tabletop. I'm going to refresh the screen, hopefully. There we are. And we're going to go into a plank position from here. So you can do a full plank, or you can leave your knees down. Doesn't make any difference. Remember, with your plank, try not to be a saggy-baggy plank, trying to pull everything up. And from here into some down dog, and pedal that feet so you're walking the dog. And then instead of stepping forward, what we're going to do is walk towards the front and then have your hands come back and meet you. And a little forward fold. Holding on to your elbows. Now if it feels good and you want to bounce, you can bounce. If you want to just let your arms hang down, you can do that. Might try a little movement to one side and then the other. And then from here, we're going into the halfway up, so bringing your arms up, making a nice right angle with your spine and your legs. And even from here, try a little movement. See how it feels, going up and back. And we're going to do a little vinyasa here. So this is the inhale, and then exhale down to forward fold. And inhale up. And do a few of these at your own rate. If you need to bend your knees when you go down, you can. And on your next inhale up, just continue all the way up really slowly until you are standing. Refreshing my screen again. I can see this is going to be a pain. Oh well. Now you're not going to be able to see my feet in this, but that's the way it goes. I'm standing sort of 2/3 of the way back on my mat, and we're going to do some just basic warrior 1, warrior 2. So I'm taking a big step with my right foot. My body is facing the front of the mat. My back foot could be a little bit of a 45-degree angle if you want it. And then sweeping your arms up, lunging forward. I'm going to breathe here. Every time you get into a pose, try to think of how you can slow your breathing down and think about it. Good. Bringing your arms down, let's pull them behind you this time. And then putting them back up. I'm going to go into Warrior Two. So instead of facing the front, your body's facing the side, your arms are coming out straight, and you're going to lunge towards the front. Now check your arms to make sure that they're not sagging down, especially the back one, sagging down. And then proud, don't remember which one this is, but pulling your hand up, there you go. It's the technical term. And then coming back, we're going to go into a side angle. And for the side angle, you're going to go right from Warrior Two. Your feet stay exactly the same. You're lunged to the front, but your front arm is going to go into a 90-degree and go down on that thigh and sweep the other one up and over. And then coming straight back up slowly, arms go back into Warrior Two. Stay in Warrior Two for a minute. I am going to move my screen down to the floor this time. So here I am with you in Warrior Two. And now we're going to move both feet so that they are parallel and just do a forward fold from here. Pretend that somebody is pulling you up, as like a marionette pulling you up by your hair and then pulling you out to the side, so you're hinging from the hips and falling down wherever you hit. Now if you're not hitting the ground and you're just like this, that's okay. You can also hold on to your legs wherever you happen to be. If you hit the ground, you can start walking back, or you could go out to the sides. Wherever you are, return your hands to your hips and then hinge up. Good. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Back to the beginning. Refreshing my screen. Boy, this is fun. This is a one-man operation, people. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So, step forward, and my back foot could be a little bit out. You can either have it straight, this is harder for Warrior One, or a little bit into a 45-degree angle. You're going to lunge forward. The knee never comes beyond the toes, and arms come up. Hopefully you remember what that looks like. And we're going to breathe here a little bit. And then pushing that into Warrior Two, my back foot is going to definitely turn, and my body's turning, and my hands come out straight. Remember, they're kind of like this, like surfboarding. And you're lunging to the front. And then we're going to go into side angle. So your front arm goes into the 90-degree, comes down onto your thigh, and sweep the other one up and over. Coming back up, going into warrior two. And then straightening that leg, making both feet parallel. I have to even them up a little bit. And then heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Going to the front of your mat, and we are going to go down into a squat. So I'm going to put my feet on the edge of the mat, and I'm going to go with my hands between my legs until I touch the ground. And some of you will, like me, your feet will, your heels will come up, and that's fine. You can also try balancing here for a balance pose. And then we're going to put both feet, hands, not feet, behind us, going back into a cobbler's pose or butterfly. So the soles of the feet are touching. And if you want to leave them out here, and this is a good stretch for you, that's fine. If you want to bring them in as far as you can, that's fine, holding on to them. I like to put my elbows on top of my legs to push them out a little bit more. So today's just kind of trying to remember what we used to do. When we do the Shavasana here, I'm going to just let you, I will start you off, and then you can turn off your video and just Shavasana for as long as it makes you happy. But I'm probably not going to tape that part. So using your hands to bring your legs up and then bring them out straight. You're going to inhale up and then exhale over wherever your hands may touch. They may be holding onto your toes, they might be holding onto your ankles, they might be holding onto your legs. Really doesn't make much difference. Just doing a seated forward fold. Letting go with your hands and slowly coming up. Got to refresh my screen. Wow, do I hate looking at myself. I think this is still going. I'll just let it go. We'll see. So I'm going to cross my legs and coming back to some shoulder rolls. Good. And in the other direction. And we're going to do boat pose on our way down. There are a lot of people who really do not care for boat pose. But I'm on the lake. Boat pose seems appropriate. So you're putting your, uncrossing your legs and knees in front of you. And maybe you want to keep your feet on the ground and you're going to go and hold out like this for boat. That would be level 1. Level 2 would be holding your legs in back of your thighs, holding your thighs, and going up. And this would be sort of like level 2. And you can let go from there if you want. And level 3 would be straight up and letting go. I don't feel like that today. But wherever you are, give it a try. And then put your feet down. And we are rolling down, 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 down. And then windshield wiper the legs. And bringing it out straight, hands overhead for a full body stretch. Inhale, and then exhale, pull your right foot in, give it a little hug. Exhale, and then switch to the other side. And just alternate between the two a couple of times. pulling your legs up into a little ball. You can roll from side to side if that feels good. Make a circle so that it gives your sacrum a little bit of a massage. You can pull your head up and hold it close. Kind of up to you, whatever you feel like you want to do. And then release it down. And releasing your body onto the ground. We're headed towards Shavasana. So I'm going to ask you to do is just tighten everything up and then release. And stay in this position as long as you feel you can or you want to. And we'll see you here again when the next video comes next week. Bye-bye. Look, you survived. It's all good.